Okay, episode 2, Art Studio Conversation. We have Dave, archery instructor, Dave, brother, fantastic at most things, myself, and Dopey D. So, when did you start doing the archery, Dave? Day one, like?
When I was about 10.
10.
And then on and off for the last 30, 40 years.
And when did you go from, what made you think, alright, you started with recurve, wasn't it?
I did, yeah.
And then now you're like compound all the way guy. What made you go compound? What made you think, fuck it, you know what, that's the go for me?
The technical side of it. I enjoyed the technical side. The tuning, the precise shots.
There's a lot of this. I saw him when you were on holidays, he had a sheet of brown paper down. Remember that when you were getting there?
Tuning.
The bullet hole.
Oh
Paper
man.
tuning, yeah.
I would go fucking crazy if I had to do that. Yeah, I suppose I wouldn't. It's like when you get into anything else that requires that kind of focus. Once you get into the zone, you're sweet. Like,
Yeah.
you just keep going till you get your result.
But it's knowing what to do, how to respond to a certain tear.
Yeah,
You know, if the page is,
what it means.
yeah, what it means and how to fix it.
And when did you set up the Galtee Archery Club?
2 years ago, February 19th, 2019 is when we started.
And there's a lot of people there now, isn't there?
There's, I'd say 25, 30 members.
I think there was a batch of new ones here last
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Do you think it's growing in popularity in
Oh,
Ireland?
archery's the fastest growing sport in the country.
I'd say COVID lockdown helped a lot of people.
Oh
pick it up.
yeah, trying to get equipment back then was just everywhere was sold out.
Yeah, but the more popular it gets, the more the government are going to get fucking all stuck in.
Because
Give it another year or two. If it keeps going, they're going to say you need to get a license for this, or you need.
No,
a permit for
what'll
this.
happen is someone will kill someone with a bow or something stupid like that. It's
Actually,
why
people are doing it with
it's
cars.
why
Nothing's happening.
crossbows are illegal in this country. Or they can't
Because of the mechanism, the mechanical aspect of it?
No, it's because you can walk around with it loaded.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's
Cocked
a lovely
and
thought,
loaded.
isn't it?
And you don't have to be, any good. You could just point it, shoot at somebody 10 feet away is dead.
Yeah.
Whereas with a bow,
Scale and fucking discipline. That's what I like about it. I find when it started making sense to me, you're getting a bit better with form and stuff. Something wakes up in your head, like the focusing aspect of it, the discipline of practicing. Because when I saw the practice and I was focusing on today I know I'm on about my anchor, get my anchor down, and I'll be out there for like a few hours, and then you'd see the results the following Tuesday, and then when you go to work on Wednesday, it's like everything is you're better at everything because of it. It's like it spills right over into every other thing, and I love that aspect about it, trying to just push it more and more. So it's that's why I wanted to get everything into a regimental fashion that is easy and to repeat without saying where it is and where is that. Everything is in that bag, and this is what you got to do, and off you go. You get your routine down and then build on that. And that's I think it'll be very beneficial. And again, it will spill over into like the painting, just get you out of being lazy.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to get lazy. Like lazy's a fucker, man.
same different, Jim, because I didn't come to for any of that at all. I just like shooting shit. Do you know what I mean?
That's another thing. You find people that have shot rifles have a tendency to go for compound. If they enjoy shooting a rifle,
But it is as close as you get to shooting a rifle.
Yeah.
Especially with the trigger release.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of control, It's and you have the same problems. You can punch it and you can jerk it, and it'll do exactly the same if you're shooting a rifle. So everything has to be just right. And if you do everything just right, then it goes exactly where it's supposed to go, and that's it.
It's amazing the aptitude that draws one into either this or that. I mean, like, I don't know, is it the fucking insanity of how difficult I think it is, and in my head, I'm going to get this, I'm going to be awesome at this, is what drives me with the recurve. and then it's just other guys will gravitate towards rifles and fucking.
Yeah, but I went out the first night and with the recurve, and to be honest with you, I wasn't sure what coming back the second night like. You know, it was just boring. You know, and then I tried the compound before I went away, and first shot, there wasn't even a sight in it. I couldn't even aim for a bullseye. But the first shot, I said, ooh.
Yeah, but you're the type of
You didn't
mentality
have a bit
where
of
it's like,
You know?
for laughs, what can we do, Dave? I don't know, we blow shit up.
Yeah.
That's the first thought that would probably enter his head, is just smash them up. But so that's a long time ago, 10 years of age starting at that, and you're going to be competing in the Worlds in England in February.
Yeah, the world indoors.
That'd be awesome, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. So
You'll have to definitely come back and tell us how you felt about that.
Jeez, that'd be some crack.
What time? How will you do your training for that now in your head? How have you laid it out? How you're going to approach it?
there's 3 parts to the indoors. There's 2 rounds at one style of target, and then there's a third round at a different style of target.
Right.
So, just have to practice. It's all about arrow volume.
And are the targets at the same distance? They're just different.
The
shapes or
the
different
two
sizes?
the two that are the same are a fixed distance, and then the different target face is shot from 30, 35 yards down to 20 feet. And so you've got 20 feet, 10 yards, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's 4 hours at each distance. But it's not done 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Just one
you
each.
start at I think you start at 20, then you go up to 20 feet, then you go back to 25, then you're 15, then 10, and it jumps backwards and forwards.
But at the scoring, at the end of the day, everybody must be nearly at maximum.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with
isn't it?
with recurve, hitting the target, getting the bull from 20 yards is, you know.
Oh,
fair
it's
play.
huge.
But with a compound, you'd want to be hitting the bull with every shot, like the 20 yards,
X.
every single shot. You know, so
Yeah,
it has to
with,
come down to
with
the X.
the top guys are hitting with the 5-spot target face there. You do an indoor round, so they are with 60 arrows, and they are hitting 300, so a perfect score with 60 X's.
Fuck. How do you differentiate? Like, who's the winner, who's the loser?
Closest to the target.
And then it's
Not hitting the X.
then no, they
Closest to the centre of the X.
they have a shoot off, and what
I
happens?
see
They
the
go
shoot-off.
from to what they call an inside out X, whereas if you hit the outside and you chop part of the X off,
Yeah.
you get the X. The inside out is you've got to hit inside the X, and you're not allowed to touch the outer line. If you touch the outer line or cut the outer line, you get the lower score.
Serious precision there.
Yeah. So
So how many, coming closer to today now, have you got like a timetable in your own head of how you'll approach your training? Will you amp it up as you
Yeah.
get closer to the day?
yeah.
And when
Yeah.
you get over there, then will you be allowed go into the area where the competition is on and kind of get a feel for the place?
Oh
and
yeah.
practice the way?
Yeah. It runs over a week,
All right.
so like Monday is registration, bow checks, and training, and then everything kicks off Tuesday morning
I'd say that'd
with
be awesome.
classification rounds.
Actually, the state of your mind when you go into that for the first time, like, you're like, He's like, fuck it, it'll go where it'll go.
But that's just it. It's
That's
at
where
the
you
end
gotta
of the
rely on
day,
your practice and your training.
Yeah.
Once you go in there to be a smell of poo-poo. You know what I mean? I
Squeaky
really
bum
want that.
time for sure.
But imagine never been to competition like that before and just turning up to the World Championships and
I'd say I'll win that. You know what I mean? I'd say I'll fucking win this. Shoot an instructor or something. No, I'd say it'd be awesome, man. That'd be great. You should do like a vlog diary or something.
I was thinking about it, but then it's like that's kind of it takes away from the training.
Is there anyone going with you?
Yeah, young Sean. He's 15.
And is there anyone else going that's not competing but is just going as like
No.
smaller support or anything?
No.
I think you should definitely do the vlogging, man. It'd be awesome for the club as well. Get 'em- Did you set up a YouTube channel for the club?
No.
Oh, that'd be
Should.
awesome, man. Cause you get shit up there every week, like when you're off shooting and stuff. So it's like 2-minute thing, boom, up with your phone, just upload it, like it's awesome, and it's great exposure for the sport, for the club, for the activity. I think you should definitely do it. Cause I mean, like I was saying to Dopey here, I had this thing 10 years, this channel set up, and I did nothing with it. Like I put up the odd slideshow because I didn't know how to do a damn thing. But the more time I get in, I'd say, right, I'm gonna have to knuckle down and figure this shit out. And you just type in what your question is, and there's more than loads of people there who want to tell you how to do it. So it's like, okay, I gotta be disciplined now, and I'll pick an hour aside every week where that's all I'm gonna do. I'm going to school basically, and I'm finding it to be very fun.
The problem with YouTube then is you've got experts on every bloody channel.
Yeah, look,
And some of them are experts, but some of them are.
But you
experts.
you figure it out as you go. It's trial and error like anything else. You gravitate towards the ones that you think you're making progress with. Well, that makes sense. That's obvious. And then they usually mention someone who they admire and think this guy knows what he's on about, or this girl or whatever. And you go to them. You know what I mean? And suddenly you're whittling it down to maybe 3 people, and you just hit a subscribe to their channel. And every time they have something to say, you get a notification, and you say, "Oh, school's in. Let's go. Let's go." But yeah, there's a lot of fucking freaks there as well. You know what I mean? How to blow up fucking school. This you do great stuff.
Maybe that's YouTube or whatever, and it's so fucking doing.
And you, how did you get into being a tattoo artist?
That was when I joined the army when I was 17.
Was that the Australian Army?
The Australian Army. The guy that had the bunk next to mine had already served 5 years in the Navy, and he was tattooed from arsehole to breakfast. And our first leave, we were down in Melbourne, we got drunk, we walked past the tattoo studio, went in, started getting tattooed, got to my first posting, became mates with the tattooist, and got sick of watching him make all the money, so I got him to teach me how to do it.
The money, lads.
And it just went from there. And now I just...
But there's a buggy that you might have that strong creative element in your makeup.
No.
Because I think there's not enough people who are just going to... So many people, it's like money is the number one thing, and they'll override their natural aptitude for something because, oh, I can't make money in that. Whereas I think you need to have a balance in everything you do. So if you have an aptitude for be it painting, tattooing, or anything creative, you should endeavour to fucking, even if it's something you're just doing for an hour a week, because it feeds your fucking mindset, and it gives you that sense of you're full of mind or whatever. So you can go into other things then, at least you've been fed. Do you know what I mean? You're not hungry for something that you don't know what you're hungry for. But because David, see the tattoo he has in his arm for the medical thing? He's looking to get that covered. So you might have a chat.
What's that?
Implant.
No.
Did you ever look into the symbology of the visuals of that? It's crazy.
No,
history
when I went to get it
children,
done,
like,
the tattoo guy who did it said it was the first time he ever got a prescription for a tattoo.
Huh.
Because the hospital, they gave me the necklace and they gave me the bracelets, and sure I kept breaking them at work. And the consultant to the hospital said, "You're going to have to get a tattoo," he said. "Because you need to have something
on your
and,
face.
And I said, "Geez, I can't be affording
Why?
tattoos."
Why do you say...
Because to pull up, if you have an accident, I tended to have a lot of accidents.
Yeah.
And so if you go to the hospital and you don't have that, then you can be sent in for an MRI. And the whole fucking thing will be pulled out.
No.
You know? he wrote out a thing, and he put a picture of the medical alert on it. And he said that there's a guy in
Who told you
Tattoo
that?
Zoo, which about the tattoo,
Yeah.
the actual consultant.
Hegarty.
No. Brown, is it?
John Brown.
No, different Brown. This guy always there after Hegarty. Remember Hegarty took off?
Yeah.
There was another guy there after him, but he was only there for maybe 6 months. He got sick shit of it. But it was him that I was talking to.
Okay.
And he
Because
said,
I have the same implant.
he sent me over to the boys, and
They couldn't find room in you for a tattoo. It's a stitch.
Yeah. No, I never met that fellow.
How many tattoos do you have?
I look at it as my left leg is 1, my right leg is 2, my back is 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's
Yeah.
So everywhere but the face.
Yeah.
Oh man.
some people do take it to absolute extremes. Though.
Oh dude, big time.
But this, if I was back home in New Zealand tattooing, I'd probably have part of my face done.
The Maori thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I see that and I wonder sometimes. It's like the Native American Indian haircut that what's it called, the mohawk. And some people say you haven't earned that haircut. And I wonder,
Those
do
people tend to be
get a
fucking
tattoo with the Maori thing, and it's such a symbolic thing for the Maori
Yeah,
people. Like you've no business. getting that
cultural
on your face.
appropriation. They call it.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Fucking idiots. Jesus
No,
Christ.
it's not that
That's
bad.
like saying you can't eat Japanese food because you're not fucking Japanese. That's follow the same line of thinking, and that's where you're going. Like
I don't think I ever had Japanese.
you can't wear flares because you weren't born in the fucking 60s.
Yeah, the state of the world is a bit nuts, isn't it? A lot of fucking stealing. Actually, it's not.
Did you ever have sushi?
No.
Absolute
Not
shit.
really.
I hate
My
it.
cup
Well,
of
there's
tea.
a typical young Irish fella for you.
Yeah, there you fucking
If
go.
it's not boiled potato or
Hey, don't knock the potato.
Yeah,
now.
man, don't.
I love my potatoes. But
Hot
over in Prague, the food over in Prague is fantastic. Well, only when you go with the natives, because when we went there without me and just a bunch of friends went over there for 2 weeks and we starved. We were just drinking the shit out of it. But when I went over the second time with Lucy, I met her dad and he brought us all these restaurants. My God, the food is delish. It's all very heavy but tasty as fuck.
Yeah, but food here is plain. It keeps you alive, but that's what it is, you know what I mean? Like there's a Chinese restaurant in Cork, I think it's closed since, but it was run by a fella called Roger, and the cook was a guy called Brian. There wasn't a fucking relation to a Chinese person inside. I mean, did all the Chinese right outside?
people
did
say
the
they're going to
Chinese
people
restaurants-
here they say they're going to go and get Chinese and they come home with chicken curry and
Well,
chips
this is it.
and they consider that Chinese and it's like
I like the way we're fucked up that way because it's an identity it's hard to keep an identity these days, especially with the European Union sprawling everywhere, trying to make everyone a fucking European. I'm Irish. End of the day, I'm fucking Irish.
you are European.
Yeah.
Irish.
You're both.
No, I'm Irish. I was there before they fucking.
Jesus, the gas. They spent so long trying to get rid of the fucking English, and as soon as they get rid of them, then they're inviting the
They're
Europeans.
sold. But anyway, no politics. This is a fun room. This is not the fucking reality room.
That's a fucking joke.
What the fuck would you know
So,
about reality?
can you talk without swearing?
Good point.
What?
I said, can he talk without swearing?
Oh, no.
He
No.
puts
The first.
he swears at least
Yeah.
once in every 10 words.
It's just my nature.
You know, it's
not hateful.
followed up with stupidity. Then like so.
Yeah.
For fuck's
Dopey D is a
See,
perfect
there you
thing.
go.
Like,
Dave cried 5.
first time we came in
And
here to
now
record,
he's-
like,
You can have one if you don't swear for the rest of this.
best of luck.
I
with
get my
that.
tobacco wet now.
What you
Don't break anything else.
Jesus.
First day we were in here recording, he's.
You were cursing
I'm
just as
telling
much
him.
Jamie. I had to cut it
You
out.
know why I'm cursing? Because I can't hit him. Because then it's on camera and I'm done.
So what you do is you just hit him when it's over.
Oh, dude.
You know, just keep a record of how many times he deserves a good clip across the back of the ear.
Well, there's when he wakes up, I guess. So when he goes out.
I love making these videos.
Yeah, I loved the way you fucked up last week's when you viewed. This guy thinks he's a genius when it comes to all of this stuff, and I'm like, where's the clip? Where's this? He goes, no, I'm going to edit this. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be
You
funny.
do realise editing a
And then
video
he
that's an
made
hour long
a
does take
complete
time. Like.
crock of everything. It's like
One video.
a
One
nuclear
video.
explosion happened outside the window, and you're illuminated to that 9th degree. The sound is crap. The visual is crap.
Video was 4K.
And Genius Hair is going on about Apple.
Couldn't edit 4K.
Apple is
Simple. It's 2015.
Apple.
It's 7 years old.
See,
and
excuses. That's all you get is excuses, excuses, excuses. There's no like, yeah, I messed up there. Sorry about that. I fixed it. No, you don't get that. It's like, well, my stuff is not working.
I'd say somebody was smoking a little wacky. I'd say. Huh?
I'd never do drugs.
No. That's all right. But you there's some podcasts on YouTube or
there is.
Spotify, I think. You know, like Joe Rogan and the rest of it.
To watch
I'll
the
tell you,
videos.
See some of the guys he gets on there.
The
oh
guy
my
from
God.
Limerick with the shopping bag over his head is brilliant.
Is that the
He's-
horse outside fella?
What's his name again? I'm so.
From the rubber,
The
rubber
rubber-
band,
the
that's
rubber
what
Yeah,
band.
from the rubber band.
Yeah.
It's just him, like, I think. But I haven't. I was just saying to Dion, like, he does one a week, and I got onto it, and it was over in like.
Just
40
remember,
minutes.
kids, putting a plastic bag over your head is dangerous. So Dion, don't go trying it.
Do please. After breaking my lamp. No, but he's such a diverse range of topics, and he's definitely researched all, and he writes some really dark, crazy stuff, and then he'll be on about in the next one people have written in saying, like, you know, you should have given us a warning about that story you told. There was one it's very fun to listen to that. He's very good, but because you'd be thinking when you're gonna start doing podcasting, like, why should I be doing podcasting? Like, well, if the thought, in my opinion, if you think about it, you should give it a go, and if it's for you, it's for you. But I thought it'd be a great crack. Like,
Well, if
you
you
know
have a
what I mean?
voice, you can do it. Like, it's simple. Just put up a microphone and then upload it.
Yeah, but like, would you not have an
If
idea
it's,
what you're going to talk
sorry,
about?
if it's so simple,
Most people
how come
do
you
it.
keep fucking it up?
Yeah, because he's simple.
Huh?
If it's so simple, how come you keep fucking
I
it
love
up?
the way everyone's saying keep. Right. One video. One fucking video.
50% of all videos taken. Half of the videos you fucked up.
I've edited a lot of videos, right? Even for my own YouTube channel.
Oh,
You throw that word
Spielberg
around
is
like,
banging on your door, I've no
with
doubt.
some confidence. Edited. I couldn't edit shit.
Oh, coming from you.
I acknowledge I can't, but I tell you, like, what did I tell you last week?
What?
The
Talk
videos
about
is if
archery.
because I was doing all the slideshows anyway, and you know, the phone is as handy for the volume thing because I had no mics. I'd be getting mics because I got tags back. Couldn't believe it. And
You got tax back, did you?
not telling you any more about that. And so I was doing the video thingy, and then I thought, fuck it, if we can rip the sound off it and put it in that format for the podcast, at least there'll be two elements to it. So happy
What
days.
you'll need to do is one of them,
Yeah.
so you get the sound.
Well, I've been
Lined up
sourcing
with
the
the-
microphones.
Yeah, but if you're running your audio separate to your video,
Yeah.
you need a that's what those soundboard, you know, when they,
Yeah.
that is,
Ties them in or something.
no,
Or
it
set
gives
up.
you a point to run
Oh, gotcha.
the
Yeah. Starting point.
starting point for audio and video, so you, in the editing suite, you can line them up perfectly.
Well, that's one of the few things that I'll be awesome at in a few months. And you can, when you come back from winning the championship for that awesome little chat, I'll edit the hell out of that. It'll be awesome.
How many people are actually taking part in that? The World Championships.
Hundreds.
Imagine.
Hundreds.
The indoors. I'd like to give the indoors.
I was watching the Vegas shoot. You know, the cash money one. Jesus.
I was watching that as well, actually.
Yeah.
Jesus, lad.
Entries are open now for the Lancaster shoot. Lancaster is usually a week to 10 days before Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah. The fellow that won it last year was 14, 15 years old.
that's right. Did he
Yeah,
win it
yeah.
consecutively, like, or was that a girl in the girl one? think it was a girl actually.
No, I saw the young lads shooting.
But there was a girl,
But
she went on
once
13 and
his-
14.
Once
Amazing.
I found out who his dad was, it made a, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. His dad's name is Joel Turner.
Well, there's a name straight away that has just spotlight Turner, like the painter. He's got an exhibition up in Dublin actually, so you should go check out his stuff.
Joel Turner is, he's an amazing coach. I listen and watch a lot of his stuff when possible.
Poor little Sebastian's waiting at the bit for the archery because on Monday he's stuck with Daddy because Mammy's brought James to archery. On Tuesday then he gives me the hump all day Wednesday because I went to archery myself on Tuesday night, so I see him for maybe 20 minutes. And then on Thursday, Mammy's gone to archery, so he's stuck with Daddy. And he's like, what's this archery about? I need to go. So when you're bigger, I'm big now. You're not big enough just yet. And then when I got the bow, Lucy's like, I showed her, I didn't put it together or nothing because it was late. But then all the kids woke up early the next morning, and I thought, like, I was just chit-chatting away to Sebastian while Lucy was having a coffee. I go, do you want to see Daddy's new bow? Because Tom takes out the bow. I was late for work, putting the bow together, looking at it, wow. Sebastian, is that for me? Junior thought it was for him, actually. No. No fucking way.
Is that the blue one you showed me?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
bluey.
that's a nice bow.
A very nice bow. I'm pure spastic over it, like.
How many bows have you had so far?
I have 3 now. I have the Polaris that I've had for about 10 years.
Yeah, but it did well considering you had a 10 years
I
strong.
think so, sure, even on
And
a
thrown in
big
the
day.
corner in a damp room.
Yeah.
You know, and
And cigarettes.
then
smoke,
started
10 years,
firing
like.
away, and it was grand, like 10 years strong. You know, jeez.
I don't know, I might get around to the stage in the future or late future.
Yeah, but
But
you see, this is the thing I can't figure out.
I think it might be
you
too
keep
short.
all these bows.
Yes.
You'd only fire your best one.
Well, of
Why
course.
would you fire your second best bow?
Well,
If your best bow is sitting beside it.
because
You know what I
your best bow could be for competition, and then your other bow could be just for fucking. I don't want to mess with competition more because I fuck it up. So I'm gonna practice
Yeah, but
this one for an hour. Just
If
get
you're
the
using
muscle
it for
warmed up.
competition, then don't you get used to the one that you're using for competition
Yeah.
by shooting it as much as possible?
Yeah.
Here, Mr. Logic, fuck
Oh,
off. I like my bows, okay? Fuck
all.
me. I like 'em. The sage. What are you on about? You're the one that showed me the sage. It's like, want you see that?
I know,
Savage.
it looked nice, like,
It
but I
was
wasn't going to buy it.
savage. It's a beauty.
You know?
And there's no way that fucker used that bow. See the size of him?
Yeah.
He'd be like a cartoon with his little bow.
Yeah.
Big giant of a lad. No, there's no way he used that bow. I'd say that came out of the fucking evidence room. Make a quick buck. Because all the stuff that was thrown in with it, like. I knew though that Saturday we were here and I just had Dave here echoing in my head. Don't buy a bow. Come here. Yeah. Shoulda. To be so excited about getting straight at it, like.
You see, the thing is, you can buy a recurve, put a string on it, and start shooting it. Do you know what I mean? It's instant, like. You can go to the shop, buy it, and use it. But you buy a bloody compound, yeah, then you have to put on the sides, you have to put on the armrest, you know, and there's so
You
much.
need knowledge for
You have to
putting
get
them
the
together.
bloody the draw length of it right. You have to get the peep scope right, and every time you do it, you have to frickin' tune it. It's just a pain in the hole, like, you know. But once it's right,
That's right, last week
You know?
we were shooting up in Dunbrody last Sunday. Young Sean, when he packed up his bow, he didn't pack his sight.
Oh.
So,
Ouch.
yeah.
That would hurt.
What happened?
was it a good size?
It's a CBE, so it's a good sight, yeah. But he's shooting a compound without a sight.
Huh?
He still shot the category.
Did he?
Yeah, he shot a 380 something. Admittedly, he wasn't shooting his full distances. Otherwise, he just would have been making shit out of arrows, you know.
But that's what that Kaminsky guy was saying, you know, when you get into the habit of having that fucking square to make sure you're tuned up and everything. So, and you have your little notebook then to write down it's this and it's that. So if you go to competition, say your bow gets fucked up or whatever, and if you get a end of a bow, at least you can tune it to what your notebook says you're most comfortable with, like.
Yeah, that's grand for a recurve.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
It wouldn't work for
I'd say
you
you go
guys.
to the World Championships now, you want to be keeping an eye on your bow, something fierce.
Oh,
I'd say
yeah.
somebody's strolling past and
Sure. Dave,
Yeah.
you go.
give it a little tweak, you know, and all of a sudden you're shooting and you can't get it right straight away, like, because
No.
it takes a while to tune it
Trial
back in.
and error,
You
yeah.
know?
Like the guys that will win will always shooting perfect scores. Like to get into the shoot off, you'll have to be shooting perfect scores. So
Make
You
them
see
all
that-
nice post of stew the day before. Don't drink the water.
No, but just you see it in the
Oh,
you know, the big tournaments and
That Korean lad in the Rico, he's a freak. He's just unbelievable animal.
But is he happy? Is he happy?
yeah, but archery is the South Korean sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's their national sport.
But he's just so good.
And
like.
then like a lot of the like Win and Win, WNS, Kinetic, all that stuff is made in South Korea.
How long have you been at the archery? Dave?
Were you here for the first hour?
Told ya, vacant.
Huh?
Vacant.
First question, the first question he asked, when did you start archery?
Bum, bum, bum.
I think I shot my first bow around 10, and then on and off, and then I started it seriously about 8 or 9 years ago.
When the rabbit population decreased dramatically.
Hunting in this country is illegal.
Is it?
It certainly is with a bow.
I doubt that was the case about 100 years ago.
We've no reports, so we can't confirm or deny.
Really?
I don't know. I wouldn't be a hunter anyway. I'd be a target guy only. I couldn't be hurting anything.
You know, that's the good thing with the bows, you're not traipsing through fields. You know?
Yeah, you look in the States where bow hunting is legal. Most guys have 2 setups. They have a competition setup, and then they'll have a hunting rig.
But of course,
you
you
wanna
have to have
best
you have
guys
to have a
need
certain
to-
poundage before you're illegally even allowed hunt over there. Is it £50? It has to be a minimum £50 bow.
I don't know.
And your range for if you were taking down a deer now or something like 40 yards would be your range, like you wouldn't be shooting anything beyond that.
She did in America
I-
have a guy that he was awesome, and when they changed the competition timetable, interfered with the hunting
Strange,
timetable,
yeah.
so he told
Oh,
the
that
competition right
was
the fuck off.
yeah.
Nah, I'm not
John-
doing it anymore.
Yeah, John Dudley.
Yeah.
He was on the on the American team, but then things changed, and it was a choice of elk season or target, and he said, "I'm not missing elk season."
I'd be inclined to agree with you.
So, yeah, but there's a guy that he's been around the block a few times. and
He made a bow for Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
He's the knock-on company, is it?
that's him.
He's got some class shit on YouTube.
He-
man.
Yeah,
Did you see the computer generated system they've up? Joe Rogan has been in his studio.
Oh, is that the?
There's a screen.
Yeah.
They shoot the screen. The animals
Crazy
the screen.
cool,
They
man.
shoot the screen with
Okay.
proper
Like
arrows.
film.
And
like
there's
shooting in
a
the
computer.
cinema.
There's a computer at the side of the room,
Mm.
and they just hit play, and it's like going through the woods, and deer will jump out, and you take your shot, and if you get the deer fucking dies. You know, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't like to say
No,
how much
I
they paid
haven't
for it
seen
now,
it.
but it's
It's unbelievable, but
Savage.
it looks like he's bought a car park, like you know,
Yeah.
the indoor car parks,
Mm.
and he's just the other end of the room. The
Yeah.
wall is the
I'd
cinema.
love to get hold of a space where we could run an indoor 3D competition.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You know, there's you know the warehouses the other side of Mitchellstown there.
Oh,
heading
yeah.
out. They're huge.
yeah.
You know, where you could get it indoors, you could get 60, 70 yards. You know, full indoor competition.
That would be
Indoor
class.
3D.
Imagine
would
having
be-
the few bob handy and being able to just build whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Must be
That's the
nice.
dream.
Like
Yeah.
imagine having a big warehouse, 100 yards by 100 yards, and have it over 2 floors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have your 3D downstairs and your target shooting upstairs, and having everybody in their own individual. You know, you'd have your own shooting space, so you can go up and get your hours whenever you want. You don't have to worry about the fella beside you.
Yeah, but that'd get really boring.
Yeah, you need the back.
Because that way you'd be shooting inside your own lane,
Yeah.
and you'd need solid walls. You couldn't just have a piece of plywood.
You go fucking crazy.
No, but you know, you could do whatever you want, like.
Alright, Tiff, wait a minute.
Yeah,
So, and on that note, I have to drive
We'll
on.
call it a day.
Alright,
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for coming along, Dave.
my brother.
And hopefully we'll talk to you after the competition. Let everyone know how
Bring the middle.
how
Bring the
bring
middle.
it.